Hi, I'm Dr. Jyoti Patel, and today I'm talking about trauma, stress, and coping behaviors. So when we talk about trauma, we're talking about events in the past or in the present, such as neglect, abandonment, physical, mental, sexual abuse, death, loss, grief, marriage breaks apart, divorce, illness, trauma, even mental illness of loved one, or trauma experienced in utero, or intergenerational trauma or ancestral trauma. These events, these negative events, imprint our mind, body, and soul with stress. And our natural instinct for survival kicks in, and we start developing self-healing coping behaviors to help soothe the pain and also help us survive through this traumatic experience. Unfortunately, sometimes we adapt coping behaviors that are not healthy, and they can turn into addictions. So when we talk about trauma, we talk about addiction. When we talk about trauma, we talk about mood disorders. We talk about trauma, we talk about maladaptive behaviors that might be self-harming. And all of these things are intertwined and connected. And in order to heal the addictions, the mood disorders, and the behaviors, we have to first unravel the trauma story, understand the behaviors that are linked to that story, and then help ourselves out of that by creating new paths to healing. So relapse is imminent if we don't address the trauma story. So it's very important to start there. Once we look at this trauma story, we understand our behaviors, we understand with self-compassion and self-love, then we can change the direction and the path that we've chosen. In order to do that, it is really important to create a community of people that support us and relationships that are healthy. It's important to find purpose and to drive in coping behaviors that are healthy. And when we talk about these healthy coping behaviors, a lot of times we're talking about things like yoga and meditation and use of breath work when you find yourself triggered. Maybe being out in nature, maybe taking a long drive, watching movies, listening to music. Maybe you're into art. Maybe you like to write poetry or poems. Maybe you like to connect to your spiritual side and engage in prayer, or find purpose in a 12-step program. There's so many other positive outlets that can allow one to not only heal, but also then find purpose in healing others through their story. So I'd like to share a poem by Rumi called The Guest House that I think embodies this idea of unraveling our trauma story and allowing ourselves to heal with all the emotions that come in afterwards. The Guest House by Rumi. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if there's a crowd of sorrows who violently sweeps your house, empties of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So again, when it comes to trauma and stress and coping mechanisms, there is no good or bad. We're all trying to be better and heal from our wounds, understanding our story, understanding the behaviors that led from that story, and then rewriting our story and finding new paths to healing with our community, with our friends and our family, with our healthcare providers, can help us on this journey together. So I hope this was helpful. Please share with anyone who can benefit. I'm Dr. Jyoti Patel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Till next time.